Hi, I am going to discuss about random variables. First, you should know about a random experiment. A random experiment means an experiment outcome is does not known before completing the experiment. If you don't know the outcome before completing the experiment, then it is called as an random experiment. For example, if you toss a dice is having 6 outcomes. So if you throw a dice, we don't know what is an outcome. So then you can say that it is a random experiment. It is having either you can get one, or you may get two, or you may get three, or you may get four, or five, or six. Dice is having 6 outcomes, but we don't know what is an outcome before completing the experiment. And we know that the probability to get one outcome is 1 by 6, because favorable outcomes are 1, total out of 6 outcomes 6. Probability to get 2 is again it is favorable outcome is only 1 out of 6 outcomes. Like this, probability to get 6 if you take, so this is favorable outcome is 1 out of 6 outcomes, total number of outcomes. So that's why random experiment means we cannot know. If you don't know the outcome before completing the experiment, then it is called as an random experiment. If you consider any experiment, the final output is called as an outcome. And coming to the random variable, if you take any experiment whose outcomes are assigned with real numbers, should be assigned with real numbers. The outcomes, all outcomes are assigned with real numbers. So then it is called as an random variable. For example, just now we have taken, if you thrown a dice is having the 6 outcomes, and the 6 outcomes probabilities of I'm assuming x is an dice outcome, then probability to get 1. So x is an random variable. I'm assuming here dice outcomes are assigned with, then here the probability to get 1 is 1 by 6, and it is assigned with real number 1, and the probability to get 2 is 1 by 6. Probability to get 3 is 1 by 6. 1 by 6. Why? Because we know that the dice is having 6 outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 outcomes are there. So therefore, according to probability, the probability to get 1 is equal number of favorable outcomes. Only one favor is there out of total number of outcomes 6. And similarly, probability to get 2 favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes is the probability formula. So favorable outcome is only 1 out of 6 favors. Similarly, we can get all. And probability to get 4 is equal 1 by 6. Probability to get 5 is 1 by 6. And probability to get 6 is 1 by 6. So here all the probabilities are assigned with real numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if you consider a coin is having 2 outcomes. Coin is having 2 outcomes. One is head, probability to get is 1. Or head, probability to get head is 1 by 2, because one favor is there out of 2 outcomes, and probability to get tail is only one favor is there out of 2 outcomes. So these are assigned with real numbers. That is compulsory to become a random variable. These are assigned with real numbers. So this is real number 1 and real number 2. So I am assuming this is an random variable x, and corresponding probabilities are phi of x. So this is the condition for random variable. All the probabilities, all the outcomes are assigned with real numbers, then it is named as random variable. Here in this diagram we can see this. These are the outcomes. This is an outcome and assigned with 1, and this is an outcome assigned with 2. So not only positive numbers you can assign with real, negative numbers also, but it should be assigned with real numbers. So that is the random variable. Coming to the continuous random variable, any random experiment, any company data is continuously defined, then it is named as continuous random variable. So just now we have discussed, if take a dice outcome should be defined continuously. So 1 outcome of 2, outcome of 3, outcome of 4, outcome of 5, outcome of 6, you should define continuously. So then only it is a continuous random variable. So if it is only defined, the outcomes of 1 only it is defined, 3 only it defines, and only 6 only it defines. Out of 6 outcomes, if you defined only 1, 3, 6, then it is a discrete random variable. If the data is defined continuously here, then it is a continuous random variable. If it is defined out of 6 outcomes, it is defining only 3 outcomes, then it is a discrete random variable. Coming to the mixed random variable, it should be defined. The same dice example I am taking here. Dice is having 6 outcomes. We know that 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 outcomes are there. 6 outcomes, but it is defining 1, 2, 3, and directly it will goes to the 6. Means you can observe this. It is defined continuously from 1 to 3, and then it will goes to the 6 outcome. It is defining 6. So means from 1 to 3 it is continuous. After this some break is there. That's why it is an mixed random variable. So if it is a continuous random variable, it should be defined all the outcomes. Not only this dice, if you take a company, one mobile company, so it should be defined continuously for continuous random variable. For example, mobile company, the first day they are design 100 mobiles, and in the second day they design 200 mobiles. In the third day they design, that is 300 mobiles. So it is continuously it is defining. For example, fourth day if it is not defined, out of 6 days, 10 days, if it is not defined, 10 days are there, but it is defined only 4 days. So out of 10 days. So remaining days not defining, means it is a discrete random variable. So like this, any data is defined continuously, then it is a continuous random variable. And if it is defined only discrete manner, so then it is a discrete random variable. If it is it is defining, the outcomes are defining both continuous as well as mixed, then it is called as mixed random variable. Thank you.